Have you ever wondered how a desperate fleet of inexperienced sailors could defeat a powerful navy? In 406 BCE, a dramatic clash unfolded off the Arginusae Islands. Facing the formidable Spartan fleet, the Athenians found themselves short of seasoned rowers and commanders after years of exhausting war. In a daring move, they recruited thousands of slaves and ordinary citizens, promising freedom to those who fought bravely. But the real twist? The Athenians revolutionized their naval tactics. Instead of the standard single-file formation, they arranged their ships in a double line, a bold innovation that protected their vulnerable, newly trained crews and created confusion among the enemy ranks. When the Spartans attacked, the Athenians caught them off guard, breaking their lines and sinking many ships. The victory was astonishing, proving that innovation and courage could overcome experience and strength. Yet the aftermath was bittersweet. A violent storm prevented the rescue of drowning sailors, leading to public outrage and the controversial execution of several Athenian commanders. The Battle of Arginusae remains a powerful testament to the impact and risks of innovation in warfare. The fallout of victory, what came after? The Athenian victory at Arginusae was one of the most unexpected triumphs in ancient naval warfare. But what followed may be even more shocking than the battle itself. As the storm rolled in and waves swallowed the wreckage, hundreds of drowning sailors called for help. The Athenians tried to organize a rescue, but wind and sea made it impossible. Back in Athens, the public reaction was furious. How could their victorious navy leave Athenian citizens to die in the water? 6 Athenian generals were arrested. Though they had won the battle, they were charged with neglecting the dead and executed. Even Socrates, serving as a magistrate, refused to sign off on the illegal mass trial, but the people would not be stopped. Athens had won a war, only to lose its own heroes. In the months that followed, the truth grew murkier. Regret spread, and just a year later, Sparta crushed Athens at Aegospotami, ending the Peloponnesian War. Some say the real loss at Arginusae wasn't at sea, but in the courtroom. Trust was shattered between leaders and citizens, between ambition and accountability. Today, Arginusae is a case study in military innovation, but also a cautionary tale. Can a democracy survive the heat of war? What happens when fear overtakes reason? Do victories matter if we destroy our own in the aftermath? These questions echo far beyond the Aegean Sea, and they still matter today. The Battle of Arginusae was more than a surprise victory. It was the beginning of a quiet evolution in naval strategy. Before this battle, most Greek navies relied on elite, professional rowers and traditional formations, tight lines and brute force. But after Arginusae, commanders across the Aegean began to consider something new: flexibility over formality. The Athenians' double-line tactic, once seen as desperate, was now studied as brilliantly adaptive. It inspired future naval thinkers to design formations that protected vulnerable ships while disrupting stronger enemies. In later centuries, elements of this thinking would echo in the tactics of Roman quinqueremes, Byzantine dromons, and even early Renaissance fleets, where formation and spacing became tools of survival and surprise. The idea that improvisation could defeat tradition became a seed in naval doctrine. Arginusae showed that the sea favored not the strongest, but the smartest. And perhaps most enduring was the human lesson. That victory can be fragile, that justice can be weaponized, that courage on the water may still be judged harshly on land. Today, the name Arginusae is known mostly to scholars, but its ripple effect lives on in tactics, in politics, and in the questions we still ask when innovation and accountability collide.